Welcome back, folks. Toaster here with an ace tanker by one of our subscribers, Brandonfox, in his P.43 TER. I have not played this tank, don't know a lot about it. I just know it's got a fairly good gun, 240 Alpha, and it's the turret armor is kind of okay. It's good and bad, but he is in not a great matchup. There are a lot of tier 8s. But he does a lot of things right in this game, a lot of things that are great. Starting with this, sure, he does not pin this wheeled vehicle, but he rams him, and those things are super light. So the ability to ram those guys is really, I mean, that was a smart play. And then he makes himself as safe as possible. This Panther does end up putting some damage into him, but that's neither here nor there. And now he's watching the cross, and he gets a shot on the KV-122. So that was a fairly quick 1200 damage right there. Much of it from the ram. There was probably, I don't know, 300-400 damage from the ram would be my guess. We can go back and look. 515 damage ram. So he sees this IKV out in the open, auto aims, takes a shot, and backs off. So good on him. So they're up 3-0, which is great. They've taken a wheeled vehicle out. The IKV is now gone, and the Panther M10. So 2 tier 7s and a tier 6 all out of the game in the first minute and a half. So I'm not sure I agree with this here, because you're poking on a defender, right? And your hope of pinning that guy with your standard rounds is basically zero. 165 pen against a defender is not going to work. However, that's one of the few mistakes that I see that he's made, and he's able to put a shot into the KV-85, and he uses this dead tank for cover. Pops out, takes a snapshot, and this is pretty much all his assist. Unfortunately, he does get another shot in, so that's good. So this T-52, I don't know why he's in this location. I don't think it's a great location for light tank, but that's my personal opinion. And we shoot at the side of the defender. Of course, that's not going to work out. So Brandon notices on his mini-map that there's a 131 over here. Has no armor, right? And so he's going to attempt to bully this guy. And he misses his shot on the move. My guess is, just like the other tier 7s, this does not shoot very well on the move. But now this WZ is in the wide open for his team to shoot. So he's flushed him out and got a little bit of damage. And now he's shooting. Now this is indicative of a lot of players. If you don't shoot at them, they don't even notice you. So he's in a great position now. The only concern is really Artie, right? So he auto aims this guy and gets safe. So he's playing this really solidly, and he's up to 2,800 damage in a tier 7 medium. So he disengages the auto aim. That's very smart, and fires at the turret. So that's his second kill, 2,900 damage, 400 assist, and he's going back to the middle. And I like this play because if you try and push through this field, there's tank destroyers, they're gonna work you over. There's an AC-48, or 46, he's been spotted in town, but they've got a WZ-120-1 FT. That thing is super dangerous. He's a 2-shot for him, but still, I would not push that either. And we see the WZ, it has flanked. And at this point, when you get lit there, I'm pretty sure that defender pulled back, otherwise you wouldn't have got lit. So as soon as I get lit in a situation like that, I want to turn around and see what's what. In the meantime, our hero here, Brandon, is trying to flank. And he's waiting for this AC-48 to shoot, which he does. The AC-48 shoots, and he goes for a flank. So even if this flank didn't work, he has enough health that he could finish him off. And you notice he's staying behind the enemy because the Stir Mill is aimed at him. Now, that's one more kind of questionable poke, because that gun on that Stir Mill is gigantic. But now he's got the first shot, right? And unfortunately he misses. But he's staying safe, and that's all part of the game. I think you may... No, you don't have a shot. I thought maybe you had a shot through the tank, but obviously not. So as soon as that Stir Mill backs off, our hero gets into position. The guy is now a one-shot, probably 8 out of 10 times. So he's just holding position and waiting to see what happens. Still a very close game. And he's able to take him out. I know the Stir Mill doesn't have very good gun handling, but it is what it is. It's you don't want to take a chance against him because you're a one-shot. So Brandon pokes his corner, hoping to get shots on the arty, and he's able to track and pen the arty, which is a good thing. As soon as the arty starts moving again, he pulls out, auto aims, and fires on him. So that's a good move because the arty now has it has huge dispersion. And you notice he's coming up along this dead tank, which is a great move because it forces the Pantera to shoot at him, at a very slim shot of him, and he's able to take the Pantera out, and the camping TD ends up killing him, but not before he does 3,700 damage, 700 assist, and 6 kills in a tier 7 and a tier 8 game. That was an impressive game, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and let it finish out here. We'll speed it up a little bit. And one thing that he does, you notice he pings the map after he's dead to tell his friendlies where the enemy is. And that's always good to help your teammates out. Okay, let's go look at the after action report on this. Great game, Brandon. Okay, here we are at the end results here. And Ace Tanker, of course, high caliber and a top gun, 2 bonds out of that game. He ended up with 1,472 base XP. That is very, very high. 3,700 damage, 6 kills, as we mentioned before. He was 650 XP above the next guy on his team. So that is an insane game. 23 shots, 19 hits, 15 pens. That's what you'd expect in a mid-tier medium. And he ended up with 700 assists because some of it didn't show up in the game. That's a solid 4,500 combined game in a tier 7 medium. Excellent game, Brandon. Thanks for sending this in. 14,000 credits he earned, and he didn't have premium, so no bonus XP, really. We will catch you guys on the next one, and please do send your ace tankers in. I don't get enough of them to show on the channel, so please do send them in, and we will catch you on the next one.